Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. We're reading Romans 8:35 through 37. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? As it is written, for your sake we are being killed all the day long. We are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered. No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Sometimes, when I'm doing a funeral, I'll read from 35 to the end, and I'm always wondering if I should skip over that verse that quotes from the Psalms about we are we are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered, because it just doesn't seem to fit a funeral. It doesn't seem to fit at all, except that Paul thought of it, pulled it in. It's a quote from, I think it's from the Psalms. And, but it's right after this list. What's going to separate us from Christ's love? Anything? Tribulation, danger, peril, nakedness, sword. If you read the book of Acts, you'll see that Paul faced tribulation, peril, danger, nakedness, sword. All these same things. These are the things that he faces in his life. He is persecuted, and he's run out of town a few times. He's arrested a few times. When he's arrested, he's beaten, flogged to within an inch of his life. And then they say, "Oh, we are sorry. We shouldn't have arrested you. You're a Roman citizen. Go in peace." And he's like, this ain't how it works. You're not going to beat me. But all these things happened to Paul. And he says, none of this stuff, no matter what they can do to you, is going to separate you from Christ's love. Christ loves you whether the world does or not, and whether you're persecuted or not. A lot of people these days are making the observation about the bravery of some of the Ukrainians who are going to fight to the death for their country, because having tasted freedom, they don't want to go back under Russian rule or anyone else's rule. They want the freedom of democracy. And they're willing to fight for it. And they're going to fight as long, they don't care if they're overrun by the Russians. They're going to fight until somebody kills them. And everybody's amazed at their courage and their tenacity. It's a little bit like that for Christians. We can just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, because nothing is going to change it. Christ loves us, and whether we die or live, he still loves us. That's the message that's coming out here, and it's going to keep coming out in the next few verses. So let's think about that, and think about, I think sometimes we get this notion in the back of our minds that we have to reach some standard for God to love us. That's just a result of years of bad preaching. You don't have to reach any standard. God loves you, period. Once we get that in our heads, we become unstoppable, because what are they going to do? There's an old story, but it amounts to this old farmer telling this kid, you can't do these things because, this and that and the other will happen. And finally he says, they'll kill you. And the kid says, I've already died with Christ. I don't care. I've died with Christ. What are they going to do? Kill me? I'm already dead. Dead people don't complain. Dead people don't have opinions. Dead people are dead. And there's something to that. So I'm not saying go out and get yourself killed, but I am saying that no matter what happens, it's okay, because Jesus Christ loves you and will stand by you no matter what. So have a good day, and we will continue this tomorrow.